Hey guys, well, we finished up this alcove detail, curbs done, and I just wanted to show you how it ended up coming out. I put the lights on so you can see the lights, although they're very bright. It's the type of light you can change the color, which I'll probably tone it down a little bit, but they'll be on dimmers too, so you can just dim them. But anyways, that's how that ended up looking, that alcove, and it gave a little bit more meat to this area, and kind of worked better with this. And overall, it comes along the same height as this of our glazing trenches. So you know, it's kind of hard to see what the building's going to look like until it's completed, because there's a handrail that goes up there that continues the horizontal lines, and then vertically these glazing wells, and then this vertical comes along and picks up with these columns. So it continues this vertical line, a column, and then there's decking that runs more the horizontal stuff. Anyways, once we get this glass going, we'll end up taking all this bracketing down, and then we'll make some more videos. You can kind of see what it looks like with the glass in. But we've started on our lead sills, sill pans. I figured why not share that. I don't know. I'm not on YouTube that much researching things, but I don't know what the guys use today as far as flashing properly your windows. It's kind of an important thing, because if the house is going to rot out somewhere, more than likely it's going to get in through your window openings. But you know, when we've been doing our windows, we're not setting the windows flat to the facade. The windows are inset, so so it looks like the facade has been carved. So that alone helps protect that window from the weather and the elements, because it's inset within the thickness of the wall. That gives protection right off the bat. So let me bring you up. I'll show you these little pans we're working on. Just sharing how we do it. We're not saying this is the way to do it. We do it this way. We've done a lot of work and seen a lot of things as far as what happens at the sills, and you know, where it rots out and how it gets in. So, but this is roll lead. So this particular piece is 12 inches wide, and they were 20 feet long. So and when you, not telling anyone how to do things, but when you go to roll this stuff out horizontally, it's good to, you want to keep it straight and flat, because it does kink and it stretches. It wants to try to do funny things as far as not follow lines and be straight. So we snap lines, and as we roll it out, we follow that line. We got to try to stretch it a little bit. We pull it to stretch it, keep it in line and straight, so there's no puckers going on. Then we overlap it. We give a good amount, 4 inches, and we caulk seal it with this Henry products. Works really good with metals and stuff. So it's this Henry 900, and that's a lifetime construction adhesive, very soft and pliable, and it stays that way. It doesn't dry out and crack over the years. So we use that to lap seal it. So here's your pan for your front glazing, and you notice we wrap it up the sides continuous, so there's no breaks for water, and we roll it over the front. That glazing, the inside is going to sit right along here, and that glazing frame gets caulk sealed down to this, front and back, at a good area of caulking, so it's sealed completely on the sill to this sill pan. We'll share how we're going to be doing the frames, though. We got frames that come down 3/8, so we can get an insulating foam between the building and the window frames, and then we come along and caulk it after, but it gets insulation there. This particular detail, the thermal bridge, wraps around the building and wraps and jumps in front of the frame. So this is a frameless glazing detail. You don't see window frame. All you see is finished siding to the glass. That's just the way we wanted to do this detail, because this is a carved out trench and the glass meets the siding on this. On these, we set up with the thermal bridge. The thermal bridge, the window gets set in up against these 2x, and the nailing flange gets caulked along and sealed on these 2x, and then so the window's offset 2 inches from the framing, and then what happens is the thermal bridge comes and wraps around and stops thermal bridging in this area. Basically, there's insulation everywhere, so the cold can't get into these solid members and thermally bridge in through the house, into the house. It's all protected. This is one pan we had just made up, so we're going to make up a bunch of these that coincide with the dimension of the window. And we'll make them up. We're making them up now. It's just a pan. It's just a pan. What happens is it gets caulked. The caulk seals along the back side where it tips up. And if there's any water that does come down and try to sit on that sill, it washes out. The lead lets it wash out. So it's not rotting. You know, the sills always want to rot. If there's any water getting in there somehow, it's going to rot them out. But this is what we use, this roll lead. So this stuff is about 5 and change a foot. Every foot is $5, so, but it's worth it. And then we hit it with the sealant, and then we have a watertight seal at the sill. So we make them all up first, and then we come and put them in place, and then snip the overhang and fold and roll it over the sides. And you can see we got caulking into the corners. Right here you can see we caulked them in there, so whenever there's a little return, it's caulked. It's all caulked behind here and here. So anyways, guys, just sharing what we're up to. This is sill flashing, and then eventually we'll make a few more videos and showing you some of these window frames going in. We insulate the frames because there's voids inside the aluminum. It's a anodized aluminum frame, and it has voids, so what we do is pre-insulate the frames and then set the frames, and then we set the frames with a gap, and then we insulate, spray foam the gap. We got a healthy system we use. It was spray foam and closed cell, and then after that we come along and hit the outsides with caulking, so it's definitely a watertight seal to the frame. Anyways, guys, that's what we're doing. We figured why not share a little bit. So anyways, we'll share when we get some of these frames in. You can see how that's going. In the meantime, enjoy the weather, and catch you on the next one.